4-point game, 12 minutes to determine a champion. Unless, of course, we get overtime.
Or the commissioner cancels the game.
Gasol. Count it, and a foul. Big Baby hit him. It's a 2-point game.
And I like the substitution by Phil Jackson, getting Kobe Bryant out of the game and getting other guys involved. So Pau Gasol now gets a catch, and he's able to take advantage of his mismatch on the offensive end. If you're Jackson, you're hoping Bryant slows it down and sees how he could be effective on the floor.
Boy, another missed free throw. Lakers 9 of 17 from the line. Here's Swanson. Artest right up on top of him. Here's the drive. Oh, excellent Laker defense. Ball deflected. Last touch by Wallace.
I'm going to tell you what, Ron Artest has been outstanding in Game 7 on both ends of the floor. Flat out a stud tonight.
And that's why, to me, you have to put Pierce into more one-on-one, more pick-and-roll situations instead of one-on-one. Because he's not getting anything good off his isolation.
Artest makes the drive. Davis knocks it away. Vujacic gets it back. Can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul call against the Celtics. Gasol had it in his grasp and got whacked. Big Baby picks up another personal. That's 3 on him. Yeah, Pierce looked like he was going to get a breather. Artest will come out and get a rest as Kobe Bryant quickly comes back.
And Artest actually looked over at Phil Jackson and asked for this blow. Needed a quick breather, and you don't mind as a coach. You're giving me everything you have on both ends of the floor. I'll give you a breather.
He's played all but 90 seconds of the game. Bryant on the pull-up. In and out. And Davis the rebound.
But that was a good shot. That was well-balanced, mid-range jump shot.
The shooting struggles continue for Kobe Bryant. You see the number 5 for 21. He's guarding Ray Allen now. Farmar's on Rondo. And a foul on Vujacic on the entry pass. Team's first, his second. Garnett back in. And Artest also returns.
Because they didn't want, it looked like Pierce was coming out when Ray Allen checked in. He stayed in. So when Artest came out, they didn't want to have Pierce on the floor without Artest being on the floor.
Rasheed Wallace sits. 14 to shoot. Into the hands of Rondo. He's had a solid game. Pierce trying to draw the foul. Won't go. Rondo tips it back. They can go in the backcourt and grab that on the deflection. Celtics shooting down to 41%. Lakers at 31. Deflected by Farmar. Artest picks it up. Artest to the basket. Knocked out of bounds. Still Laker ball as Garnett goes crashing into the photographers along the baseline.
That wasn't a foul. Is that a foul?
No, they didn't call it. And Artest didn't seem to argue. So the Lakers inbound.
That's a foul. I give Artest a lot of credit for not arguing.
Bryant to Odom. Odom for 3. And it's tipped back out. Lost. Allen picks it up. Allen on the drive. Blocking foul on Kobe Bryant. And that will be his 3rd.
But on the contact, Ray Allen should have got that ball up in the air and shot free throws.
Really looked like an offensive foul without looking at the replay. Allen throws his shoulder down. No question about it. That's not a foul to me. That's an offensive foul.
Well, it's close. He's moving in a little bit at the end like that.
I think that's a block. I think that was a good call.
That means I'm right. Anytime you say something.
That's a good point.
Farmar bumping Allen. Rondo kicks it inside to Davis. Lost it. Gets it back. Shot clock winding down. Rondo looking for an opening. Feeds it inside. Garnett. Won't go. And Pau Gasol with his 14th rebound of the night.
And the danger if you're the Celtics, you have an opportunity to create some space, create a gap. And you're allowing the Lakers to hang around.
Farmar. Shut off nicely by Rondo. Try again. Pass inside. Deflected by Davis. Big baby with good hands. Again, over the top to Garnett. Banks it in.
But again, if you're going to back off of Rondo, you cannot front the post. It's too easy offense for the Boston Celtics.
And Phil Jackson calls timeout. Rondo with his 8th assist. And Garnett, 15 points. Boston's lead back up to 4.
You're right. Farmar's backed off Gasol for the second time tonight. Fronting. Too easy of a pass. Good catch by Garnett. He's one of the few who's shooting well.
The Celtic team that came into the playoffs, there are not many people, except in that Celtic locker room, who thought they'd do damage in the playoffs. But in the second round, they beat Cleveland, best record. Third round, Orlando, second best record. And now trying to knock off the LA Lakers for another title. Bryant draws the foul, and it should be 3 free throws. As Ray Allen got caught. Let's see what the call is from the two Crawfords. They're going to look at the replay and see if the foot was beyond the line.
And clearly a three-point attempt. And you can't see it, but he never moved his feet again after he elevated.
Yep. So he'll get 3 free throws with 8:46 remaining. He's even missed a couple of free throws tonight in what has been a very difficult shooting game for Kobe Bryant.
And I think this review actually helps the Boston Celtics. The reason why is because Doc Rivers made a gutsy play in taking Rondo out of the ball game. Referees say yes, Bryant will get 3 shots. But taking Rondo out of the ball game, putting in Nate Robinson, something that's a tough call as a coach. But what that time did, it allowed Rondo to get extra rest. So you don't have to keep him out as long as you would have intended to.
Nate Robinson, acquired from the Knicks in midseason, has helped them win 2 big playoff games. Game 6 against Orlando, and that unbelievable bench performance in Game 4 of the finals. And Rondo will get a breather.
And remember, Mike, he started Game 2 here in the fourth quarter after sitting the entire first 3 quarters and scored 7 important points. Doc Rivers, I give him credit. He has big guts.
He has put some faith into the littlest guy on the floor. His bench has come through for him a number of times. Robinson, case in point. And then Rasheed Wallace tonight moved from the bench to the starting lineup. By the way, Wallace, they were working on his hamstring was tight. It wasn't his back that he was grimacing about before, Norris Burke telling us. Hits all 3, 1-point game.
You know, now Doctor is about to insert Tony Allen into the ball game. Awfully gutsy call inserting these guys when it matters most, when it's all on the line.
Pierce. Odom picks him up. Good help defense. Ray Allen on the drive. The floater. Shot's good. Maybe his toughest attempt of the night, and it goes in. He was 1 for 9 before knocking that down.
And again, that's great defense by the Lakers. That's outstanding defense, and Allen hits a tough run.
Bryant, double team. Again, they get it out of his hands. Artest, 1 dribble. Too strong. Davis rips down the rebound.
What he just did was a great defensive play. He doubled Bryant, rotated back, got inside, and then blocked out the longer Odom.
He's got 9 rebounds in 19 minutes off the bench. Robinson to the basket, high off the glass, won't go. Last touch by Robinson. And it's Laker ball with 7:45 remaining.
And last possession, too, for the Lakers offensively. If you're Ron Artest, forget about taking that dribble. Take the first shot when you're open.
And let's not underestimate if Fisher can't get back in this game. His value is not being on the court.
Gasol inside Artest. Count it, and a foul! Lakers with a chance to tie it at the free throw line. Ron Artest having a terrific game now with 16 points.
Moving without the basketball, recognizing that Paul Pierce is a designated center fielder. Artest goes away and then gets into the paint area. Great unselfish play by Gasol.
Tie game. This crowd in a frenzy. Many on their feet here at the Staples Center. Ray Allen the drive. Tough shot and draws the foul. And with that, Rondo and Wallace come in. Big baby Davis will sit down. Terrific job from Davis. As Ray Allen will shoot two.
Good misdirection play, giving it to Robinson on a handoff, and then good use of the screen by Ray Allen, and unquestionably a foul.
Fourth foul on Kobe Bryant. That's his first miss of the finals. He was 21 for 21. Still so much time remaining. Crowd trying to rattle one of the great free throw shooters. And he calmly puts that in. I say calmly, who knows how hard his heart is beating right now.
You're a knockdown shooter. Calmly is the correct word.
Wallace back in on Gasol. Now Gasol to the basket. Blocked. Fight for it underneath. A scramble. And it's going to be Laker ball with 6 left to shoot. They have let them play right from the start of this game. There's been a lot of contact down low. And Pierce a little slow to get up. Yeah, that looks like a good block.
That's a good job of blocking the basketball without. Initially, it looked like a lot of contact, but that's a good job by Wallace, and KG helped.
That's not good officiating. That's great officiating. Because if you see his body, most people would have instinctively just called a foul.
Lakers have just 6 to shoot. Good ball denial from Ray Allen. They can't get it to Kobe Bryant. Shot clock at 3. Odom. Gasol tried to jam it in on the follow, and they call a foul. Rasheed Wallace has to be careful as he picks up his 5th personal, and that could be huge. Again, no Kendrick Perkins with that knee injury.
The importance of rebounding the basketball. So not only do you commit the foul, but you're in the penalty. So Pau Gasol going to the line.
What? Is that the penalty?
That's the 15th foul on the Celtics. And another missed free throw. They've missed 9 free throws, 13 for 22. Fisher back in for LA. And Davis is going to come in for Wallace after his 5th foul.
Again, with all these missed free throws, you have to make sure you're disciplined in your free throw rebounding.
Players on the lane can go in on the release. This is another. Gasol has played so well, has missed 5 of 7 from the line. 1-point Celtic lead. Here comes Odom on the double. Ray Allen looking, draws the foul, and he'll go back to the free throw line. And Derek Fisher picks up his 3rd personal.
Because the way that Kevin Garnett is facing and taking advantage of the Pau Gasol matchup, the Lakers force the double team Garnett. He's a willing passer, puts Ray Allen in position to create that contact and go to the line. That's excellent offense and great patience by Garnett.
Allen was 1 for 2. Again, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the NBA. But he has struggled shooting the basketball tonight. Just 2 of 10 from the field.
The Lakers allowed Garnett to play one-on-one all series long. But when it matters most, they're getting the ball out of his hands. So Lamar Odom comes from the weak side. Garnett delivers the pass on point to Ray Allen. Derek Fisher running at him, doesn't settle, and gets 2 free throws.
2 pressure shots there from Allen. Lead back to 3. With just under 6.5 remaining in the NBA season. Pau Pau Gasol calling for the ball. Back out Fisher. Fisher for three. Bang! Tie game. Derek Fisher does it again in the postseason in a big moment. Rondo flips it up. That won't go. And a loose ball foul call against the Celtics. They're in the penalty, so Bryant will go to the line. And we'll have a timeout.
Well, they're posting Pau Gasol, and he's an excellent passer off the dribble. Rondo gives some help. That's an excellent closeout and a big-time shot.
5:56 remaining, fourth quarter, Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The NBA Championship hanging in the balance here at the Staples Center.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Everybody, I want everybody to stay aggressive. I don't want any hero basketball. Trust each other. Everybody stay aggressive, all right? Movement, 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 movement.
Kobe Bryant with a 5 for 21 performance, but he's getting help at the most important time as the Lakers have tied it up.
Some nights, Gladys Knight, not feeling well. Well, the Pips got to hold her down. Lamar Odom, offensively, making a play. Pau Gasol doing what he does best on the block. Ron Artest moving without the basketball. Big-time three-point play and also solid D. And Derek Fisher, reliable, knocking down another big shot. And Bryant says, thank you guys for giving me a chance and keeping me alive in Game 7.
And now Bryant will go to the line to give the Lakers their first lead since midway through the second. They've trailed by as many as 13. That was in the third quarter. And slowly chipped away at the lead. Bryant now 7 of 10 from the line. This might go down as one of the lowest scoring finals games in NBA history, but it has been, from a defensive standpoint, just so tough, so physical.
And you got to give credit to Bryant. Struggling all game long. This has been a bad game for him offensively, but the guy has 12 big rebounds. He's doing his job defensively and on the boards.
Their first lead of the second half. Lakers by 2. Just past the midway point, fourth quarter of Game 7. Good help from Gasol. Boy, both defenses just playing so hard. Ray Allen way off the mark. Another rebound for Kobe Bryant.
And Coach, that's great D by Lamar Odom. Rotating to the body of Garnett, forcing him to get rid of the basketball.
You know, where are the Celtics going to find offense right now?
Bryant on the pull-up. Punch it in. 4-point Laker lead. Their largest of the game. Timeout Boston.
Great players believe. Bryant saying, I'm going to roll these dice, and I bet not crap out. Knocks down a big-time jumper, and the bench enjoying.
Against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now the Lakers with a 4-point lead. It's been a 17-point turnaround here in the second half, but still plenty of time remaining. Garnett. Ray Allen driving. See Wallace back in. Pierce puts it up. Shot won't go. Bryant yet another rebound. 14 boards for Kobe Bryant. Celtics really struggling to score. Just 7 points here in this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Bryant backs in. Inside to Gasol. Tried to draw the foul, and he got it. A late whistle, but Kevin Garnett called for the personal. That's 4, and Pau Gasol back to the line. Gasol just 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Free throw so huge right now. See, Garnett tried to pull back but couldn't.
That's a foul. A poor offensive sequence by the Lakers as Gasol knocks it in, as Bryant was into multiple dribbles, and Garnett made a mistake.
Jeff, what do the Celtics need to do here offensively?
They need Larry Bird right now because they need some offense. And I don't know where they're going to create it. The Lakers are playing great defense. Rasheed Wallace is open. He's going to have to be ready. He made a good play on an extra pass to Pierce, but they made something.
A 9-0 run for the Lakers. Ray Allen. Celtics, somebody needing to step up offensively. Allen the drive, gets inside. Pretty won't move, but he can't finish. And look who comes down with another rebound. His 15th in the game. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining. Allen all over Bryant. Bryant pulls up. Won't go. Garnett the rebound.
This is what they need to push in transition.
But you see all 5 Lakers back. Pierce, jump shot, knocks it down. Big bucket for the Celtics. And that cuts it to 4.
But a good play by Rondo, getting floppy action so he has options with Allen coming off one side and Pierce the other. Make the right decision.
Here's his first points here in the 4th quarter. Bryant back in his hands again. Bryant gets to the rim. Blocked, but a foul. And Kobe Bryant will shoot free throws as Paul Pierce picks up his 3rd.
And you can tell Bryant is sensing the finish line. Mind made up. Pierce, good job coming from the weak side. Certainly some contact, not allowing Bryant to get all the way to the cup.
And a mistake by Ray Allen. All his help was to his left. That's the way they've tried to influence him all series. And he allowed Bryant to rip it through and get to his right hand.
What a roller coaster ride these finals have been. Lakers taking game 1. Celtics coming back and winning a game 2 here at the Staples Center. And then going and winning game 3 and going up 2-1. And then the Boston bench tied it in game 4. Celtics winning back-to-back to take a 3-2 lead as they head back to Los Angeles. And the Lakers with that terrific performance in game 6. And what a turnaround here in game 7. Bryant 1 for 2, 5-point game.
I'm going to tell you what, this is the best I've ever seen the Lakers defend. I mean, on point, switching, rotating, picture-perfect game.
Both defenses have been amazing here tonight. Pass inside to Garnett. Garnett throws it down. 3-point game with 3 to play. Celtics and the Lakers for the NBA championship. Rondo goes for the steal. Pass inside, Gasol. And Gasol, nice head fake, draws the contact. That's 5 on Garnett.
Coach, this is exactly what you talked about. Trusting each other and making the right play. Rasheed Wallace, high hands by Garnett. Doesn't try to make the home run play, but an on-point pass, and Garnett finishing at the rim. And offensively for the Lakers, I like what Bryant did. Take the double team and make the right play.
The Lakers with their 14th and 15th free throw attempts of the period.
And again, when they double Bryant, they've got to jam the lane and make the ball go to Odom or Artest and make him make a range shot. You can't just give up free throws.
Pau Gasol, 16 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block shot. Lakers by 5. Ray Allen trying to find some room. Again, terrific Laker defense. Allen the drive inside to Wallace. Wallace won't go. Gasol rebound knocked away, but picked up by Artest with under 2.5 to play. And a blocking foul call. More free throws for the Lakers. Lakers have outscored the Celtics 20-11 here in the fourth. 4 fouls on Pierce.
It's a poor foul. And again, the Celtics are going to look back and say, we didn't even make them make shots. We just put them at the line the whole fourth quarter.
Half their points coming from the line here in the period. Gasol misses again. 2:20 remaining.
And if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about going small to create some mismatch or more quickness where we can drive the ball, because right now we have no chance of getting off quality shots.
Both teams have multiple timeouts remaining.
He does the right thing, puts the ball in the hands of Paul Pierce. You expect to see a pick and roll where he's going to make a play.
Yeah, there's a foul. That's exactly what the Lakers do not want. That will send Paul Pierce to the free throw line.
And not a smart play by Ron Artest, especially because you're switching pick and rolls. So your job is to just keep a body on him and then hand him off to the guy defending the screener. This is a bad foul by Ron Artest. Once again, coach, what you talked about, giving up 3 points.
Pierce is perfect from the line. Just 2 points here in the fourth quarter. He's an excellent free throw shooter. That makes it a 5-point game. Again, both teams multiple timeouts left. That one rolls around and drops in. And it's a 4-point game. Fisher brings it across. Rondo on him. Ray Allen's on Kobe Bryant. Bryant the drive. Artest. Odom. In and out. And Pierce the rebound. Under 2 minutes remaining.
Great double team and rotation by the Celtics.
Pierce the drive. Gets to the rim. Blocked from behind. Wallace tries to save it, but he's out of bounds. Laker ball with 1:46 remaining. And a number of players crashing into the stands. Wallace, a good effort, but he couldn't control it, and it's Laker ball.
Exactly what you want, though. We talked about Pierce getting into the seams, but great help defense by Powell and great hustle by Wallace, trying to save the basketball inbounds, sacrificing his body, but clearly out of bounds. Lakers get possession.
Gasol's second block of the game. Wallace on Gasol. Backs in, spins, fake, shot. It's good! Gasol got it to go! Timeout Celtics. Lakers by 6 with 1.5 minutes to play.
How about the Lakers going away from Bryant and going to Pau Gasol? Isolation, one-on-one with Rasheed Wallace. The pump fake, fundamentally sound. Lays it in. Big time move at a big time moment. Celtics down by 6 with 1.5 minutes left to go in game 7.
Rondo will inbound. Still plenty of time remaining. Pierce looking for an opening. Wallace puts up the 3. It's good! Wallace from downtown, and it's a 3-point game.
Doc Rivers is so good at designing plays out of timeout. Great patience by Pierce, allowing the play to develop.
Rasheed Wallace has made some huge plays tonight. Coming up on 1 minute remaining. Bryant looking. Artest, that's a 3. Bang! Lakers by 6 with 1 minute to play. 20 points for Ron Artest. Under 1 minute remaining. Wallace back out to Rondo. Another 3! Ray Allen from deep in the corner. Odom drives. Rondo trying to knock it away. 3 consecutive 3-pointers here in the final 90 seconds.
And why aren't they matched up? Why is Rondo on Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol?
Bryant for 3. Won't go. Gasol the rebound. Kicks it back out to Bryant. Drives to the basket. And he's fouled, a blocking foul on Wallace, and Bryant will shoot 2. A
Coach, exactly what you talked about. Because of the not matching up, Rondo's forced to defend Pau Gasol, and he gets the offensive board.
And he has no chance to rebound with the length of Gasol. And they had plenty of opportunity. That's just...
that foul on Rasheed Wallace, his 6th, so he is out. And now Kobe Bryant will shoot 2 with the Lakers holding on to this 3-point lead, 25.7 remaining.
Oh, Rasheed Wallace fouling out the game. Here's a guy all game long, all season long, telling his coach and the Celtics organization, I'm going to be ready when it matters most. He certainly responded. Give him credit. Outstanding postseason for Wallace.
Kobe Bryant 6 of 7 from the free throw line here in this 4th quarter. Lakers with 23 offensive rebounds. The Celtics still with 2 timeouts remaining. Neither team with a foul to give. Some big shots down the stretch. How about Ron Artest with his 2nd three-pointer?
And how about the trust? Bryant makes the play. Instead of trying to go for the home run, takes the double team and gets the ball to Artest, and he does the rest.
And you got to be happy for Ron Artest.
It down. Artest had his highs and lows during the course of the regular season and even in the playoffs, but he's come up with some huge performances. First, remember, in the conference finals against Lyle. Allen fires a 3, short, rebound lost, picked up by Rondo. Rondo puts up a 3, puts it in. Rondo from downtown. A 2-point game with 16.2 remaining. They have to foul. Rondo reaching in, and there's the foul. Or do they say it's just Laker ball?
They're saying Lakers ball out of bounds off of Rondo.
Yep. So now the Lakers will call timeout. 81-79, an unlikely three-pointer for Rajon Rondo. His first attempt from downtown in the game, and it keeps the Celtics' hopes alive. And the effort of Rondo to come up with the ball.
Give credit to the Celtics. This team has no quit in them. Finding a way to still grind it out and give themselves a chance. Rondo chasing down the loose ball, knocks down the 3.
It's been like that all season for the Celtics, and then here in the playoffs. But they're still down 2. All right, Jeff, obviously you try and steal the inbounds. How long do you wait? You try a couple of passes before you foul, or do you foul right away?
I'm going to foul right away. What you really need is time on the clock. And the officials right now are reviewing who the ball went out off of. And clearly, to me, that's Rondo. But you don't have time to waste right here.
Yep, Joe Crawford had a perfect look at it as Rondo deflected it. Rondo, the NBA steals leader, trying to come up with the biggest steal of his life. But knocked it out of bounds. And now, of course, getting the ball inbounds is huge. Off the timeout, they advance the ball to the front court, and they can throw it in the backcourt.
And if you're the Celtics, dictate who catches the basketball by overplaying Bryant, Fisher, make a bad free throw shooter go to the line, or increase your percentages by fouling.
And I'm surprised Boston didn't put a bigger man on the ball. They have Nate Robinson playing in a center field position right here.
Odom looking, finds Vujacic, and Vujacic is fouled. Vujacic has only played 5 minutes, hasn't been to the free throw line. He's an excellent free throw shooter for his career at 88%. But here in these finals, he's only been to the line 4 total times.
And it shows you the confidence that Phil Jackson has in him. Has him in the ball game, understanding the ball will find him. And he believes that he's an outstanding free throw shooter, and the time won't change.
Huge free throws here. Having to step up, not playing much in a pressure situation. NBA Finals Game 7. Vujacic, the 25-year-old from Slovenia, with a chance to make it a 4-point game. Oh, clutch free throws from Sasha Bryant. And Doc Rivers calls his final timeout. Lakers by 4 with 11.7. Just inserted into the game. Vujicic. Again, I don't know if he was calm, but he looked at the free throw line. 2 perfect free throws. And Kobe Bryant, ever so closer to a 5th championship. All right, key here now, Boston out of timeouts. They obviously have to score as soon as they can, whether it's a 3 or a 2, right, Mark?
It's got to be quick. And you can't fall in love with the three-point line. It'd be ideal if you get a three-point shot, but you have to score quick. And then you got to foul whoever catches the basketball. The clock is not your friend, so it's important to score quick and then foul immediately. Looking to steal also.
Well, because you have no more timeouts left, so you really have to make sure you get the ball in right here.
Robinson, Allen, Pierce, Garnett, and Rondo. Rondo will inbound. 11.7 seconds remaining in a 4-point game. NBA championship coming down to the final seconds.
You're Lamar Odom playing inbounds passing. You should recognize where the shooters are coming off.
Rondo looking, gets it to Pierce. Pierce turns, back out. Rondo fakes, dribbles, puts up the 3, won't go. Rebound to Gasol, kicks it out to Odom. Odom throws it ahead. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions. Such emotion on the floor here at the Staples Center as the Lakers win their 16th title. And this has to be one of the sweeter ones as they defeat the Celtics finally in a Game 7. And are now just one title behind Boston for the most NBA championships. And what a hard-fought, physical Game 7 this was. Had to come back from 13 down in the second half. Pau Gasol, the emotions flowing as he wins his 2nd straight championship.
And in truly great fashion, not offensively, but they won this title defensively. To seal the deal, you're talking about paying attention to detail, forcing Rondo into a tough one, and then securing the basketball. Getting it ahead, smart move by Lamar Odom. The Lakers finding themselves 2009-2010 champs. And Bryant loving the feeling of being a 5-time champ.
And first to win the back-to-back since Bryant and the Lakers doing it in 2000, 01, and 02. And he had a Game 6 for 24. Couldn't find the basket, but had 15 rebounds and had plenty of help. And one man in his first year with the Lakers stepped up and had a huge Game 7 with 20 points as Ron Artest. He's with Doris to do it on their home floor in front of an adoring crowd. Lakers win the 2010 titles. They beat the Celtics in Game 7.
It's an honor for me to be here in the presence of the ultimate champion, Bill Russell, after whom the Finals MVP trophy is named. And with over 28 points a game average, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, the 2010 Finals MVP and the winner of the Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP is none other than Kobe Bryant.
From one great champion to another, Kobe Bryant, your 5th NBA championship. How does this one stand out for you more than 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Well, this is the sweetest. You know, it's we've been downplaying the whole series, the rivalry between us and the Celtics, because we had to focus on what we had to do. But we understood how bad the city wanted it. You know, there's no question about it. And this one's by far the sweetest because it's against them, and because it's the hardest one by far.
You said we've been downplaying it, especially you were downplaying it. In fact, you even said, I can't get involved in the hype. How do you not get involved in the hype during the run?
You try not to. You try not to. You know, tonight it got the best of me. You know, I wanted it so bad, and sometimes you want something so bad it slips away from you. And my guys picked me up. I mean, I can't say enough about the Spaniard. I mean, that guy's unbelievable and just a hell of a player. And we wouldn't have won it without him.
15 rebounds. What were you, Kareem out there or what?
Well, we just had to crash the boards. You know, whoever won the rebounding battle won each game. So you have to try to make a point to get in there and grab as many as I could.
You've been involved so far in one of Phil Jackson's 3 three-peats. You have a chance next year for your 2nd, his 4th. What are you going to say to him to try and convince him to come back?
Well, you know, he knows how bad I want him back. He knows that. I've told him that. I've been openly blunt about it and told him how much I want him back. And, you know, let's go for it again. Let's go for it again.
All right, congratulations to Kobe Bryant, his 2nd NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award. Want to congratulate both the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. Together, these two franchises have won more than half of all NBA championships, 33 of 64, but especially congratulations to Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers, their 16th NBA championship. And now let's throw it back to Mike Breen.
All right, Stuart, this amazing rivalry gives us another memorable series. 12th time they meet up in the finals. Celtics still hold a 9-3 edge, but not tonight, as Kobe Bryant and his Lakers repeat as NBA champions. A hard-fought, physical, defensive battle. As Phil Jackson said, it was tough sledding out there. The whole game was a grind. And it was the Lakers that came out on top, coming back from 13 down to win the 2010 championship. More to come from the Staples Center.